Hey everyone and welcome. In this video we look at an article in the Independent regarding the pipsqueak everybody loves to hate, Sadiq Khan, and his attempt at being clever by using lurgy to gain postal voting.
And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
Now we all know why he wants postal voting, and Labour in general wanted postal voting. I've covered it in a previous video, and that is to cheat. The article is titled Lurgy. Sadiq Khan urges voters to register for postal vote in order to take part in future elections. Exclusive. London Mayor sees early voters as key to victory in postponed City Hall poll in May 2021. Now, as you see, blatant use of a pandemic for political gain. Again, are we surprised? No, we're not. He says early voters, but what he really means is block voters and fake voters. Don't believe me? Look at this. This is the numbers of recorded, and I'd like to restate that, recorded voter fraud. So it doesn't take into consideration any that haven't been found out. This is just from 2010 to 2017, but it does give us an idea of what's been going on. So in 2010, there was a total of 287 individual cases. At this point, I'd like to point out this doesn't take into account numerous frauds from one case, just how many cases, okay? So 287 in 2010, 2011, 295, 12, 407, 13, 179, 14, 274, 15, 685. Jesus, that was a cheat year, wasn't it? And they still lost. 16, 293 and 17, 405. So postal voter fraud is a real issue. Whether the left and the media try it isn't, the numbers say that it is, doesn't it? And it has been for quite some time. Sadiq, in my opinion, obviously knows this and intends to use this as a way to win. Now another issue with this is this graph. This actually tells you, out of all of those in 2017 that were reported, where they were reported from and where it was actually a fraud for. Let's have a look at this, shall we? So as you can see on this top one, the top number of cases for an individual city or area is the Metropolitan Police. Very surprising, that one, isn't it not? So you can see why I believe Sadiq is actually wanting postal voting, and it's because he knows that in the metropolitan area there is more electoral fraud recorded than anywhere else in the country. But anyway, let's read this article, shall we? London Mayor Sadiq Khan is urging voters to register for a postal vote to be confident of being able to take part in future elections, even if they are kept inside by future waves of lurgy. I very much doubt you're going to be able to keep anyone inside anymore after allowing mass protests and parties in the streets and all the rest of the stuff. I think you're going to find that very difficult. Muppet. In a clear signal that he fears lurgy may still be a problem when he fights to hold on to City Hall in May 2021. May 2021, this little idiot. The mayor launched a campaign to sign up 25,000 Londoners to postal voting over the summer. Mr. Khan stopped short of advocating all postal ballots, but aides pointed to European Parliament elections in 4 regions of England in 2004, which saw turnout more than double when only mail-in votes were allowed. With mayoral elections in the capital already delayed by a year from their schedule because he forced it, why that was allowed I'll never know, date of May 2020 because of the lurgy crisis, Mr. Khan said that voters who opt for postal votes can rest easy that they will be able to take part in the postponed poll. And he left no doubt that he sees boosting numbers of postal voters who can cast their ballots early as much as 2 weeks before polling day as a key part of his strategy for defeating Tory Sean Bailey. Anyone that's in London, if you do postal votes after this point, you are an absolute fool. There is no guarantee that you will have a vote that's registered. Just saying. Lib Dem, Siobhan Benita and Green Party's Sian Berry next year. The Tories were already winning the general election 2 weeks before polling day because of early vote. It was nothing to do with early voters, it was all to do with Labour being absolutely shite. Am I wrong? Let me know in the comments if you think I am. Registering for an early vote takes 2 minutes and will make it easier for Labour to win in 2021 and in future elections too. With the ongoing uncertainty around lurgy, early voters can rest easy that no matter what, they will be able to vote by post. Early voters aren't just for older people and for those who struggle to get to the polling station. No, but they should be, shouldn't they? They're about making it easier and more... That's what postal voting was started for people that couldn't make it to the polling stations. Not because you couldn't be asked getting up and going to the polling station. Oh no, that's a new thing, that. It used to be for people like the old folk that couldn't make it, or disabled that couldn't make it. Now it's anyone, any Tom, Dick and Harry, you just have to ask for it. They're about making it easy and more convenient for all Londoners to vote from their armchair, that's what it is. Especially those, we have a lot of lazy people, don't we? With busy lives and those who need to stay inside during the lurgy crisis. Busy lives? It's open until 10 o'clock at night, you idiot. Oh my lord, this guy will try anything, won't he? The mayor said the evidence shows postal voters are nearly twice as likely to vote, really, as those who turn out at polling stations. I beg to differ on that one. Providing a means of keeping turnout up during the lurgy crisis. He urged Londoners to register for a vote via his website by clicking my subscribe button. Nah, I'm only joking. Now, what's my opinion on this? Well, I think he'd win anyway, to be honest. There aren't enough sane people left in London to vote him out. Champagne socialists will love his virtue signalling verbal diarrhea. His own faithful vote for him on block, and he likes to pamper to minorities while doing nothing he said he would do to get the post in the first place. In regards to postal voting, I have this to say. Boris, now is the time to get your bio cards for voting and scupper this prick's plans to cheat. You won't get them in any other time with the people, I'm telling you that much for nothing. But if you get to get rid of Khan, I think we would gladly give some freedoms. But what say you? Do you agree? Of course you don't. I was only joking. I wouldn't, and you shouldn't give your freedoms away. Our ancestors fought and died and gave them us. Some jumped up ankle biter or indoctrinated Marxist coming out of uni should not be allowed to take them away. Khan and uni adults are assholes. In regards to Khan, as I said, he will win, but I guarantee he's crapping himself daily. He's a narcissist. Thinks he's a celebrity as well. His ego will be taking a huge knock if he's trying this again. Khan, Labour tried this with students for the last election, don't you remember? Sent them postal ballots and even let them stay at uni a day longer so they could vote for the uni city and also when they got home to mummy and daddies. Guess what? Labour got tanked as badly as ever. And rightly so. Don't think postal votes secure your position as the most useless being in London, Sadiq. They do not. The uni just like to protest your cockwomble. They don't actually vote. Labour tried it and failed, didn't they? You will try and fail as well. They might protest for you, they might give up the same sort of virtue signalling as you, but when it comes down to actually ticking a box, they're nowhere to be seen. Same as usual. The young are not interested in politics, they're just interested in rebelling. But what say you, everyone? I would like to know your opinion on this. Do you think he's going to get this one through? Do you think we should start the ID cards to stop any fraud? Because I'm starting to think it's a necessary evil at this point. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share it out, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.